We constantly hear the term self-love, but what is it, why is it important, and how do we get it? Self-love is when you take your own well-being and happiness into account, and this includes valuing yourself and not settling for less than you deserve. It is a state of appreciation for ourselves. And no, this doesn't mean that we're arrogant or we don't take into account other people's point of view. It just means that we value ourselves too, and we recognise that our own wants, our own desires are also of importance. Our self-love sets the tone for all of our romantic and non-romantic relationships in our life. It's how we pitch ourselves in life, and it therefore impacts upon what we attract to us and what we think we're deserving of. It impacts upon the quality of our life. It impacts upon our moods, and it impacts upon the experiences that we have. So, self-love really does play a pivotal role in how we live our lives. People who have healthy levels of self-love may not be happy all of the time, but they do strive to keep developing emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, physically, and they keep pushing themselves and developing and growing into the better versions of themselves. They also have better levels of resilience, which is our ability to bounce back after a downfall. Sounds great, right? But how do we get more self-love? The first step is accepting where you are now, emotionally and physically. We need to get real with ourselves and we need to look at our mental chatter, and the aim is to reduce the negativity. So you have to accept where you are, and this can help you to make realistic plans and goals to help you change towards the version that you would like to be. But hopefully that version is still in keeping with who you are as a person. Reduce your levels of criticism and negativity and amp up the positivity. Say more positive things to yourself. And actually, what is going really well for you at this point in time? What have you overcome? What has challenged you? What have you faced? How do you keep moving forward? So acknowledging all these little steps that you take on a day-to-day basis, even if it's just waking up in the morning, is a step towards amping up the positivity in your life. I mentioned negative mental chatter, so really do pay attention to how you talk to yourself. Is it more positive or is it more negative? Are you encouraging or do you put yourself down? Are you highly critical of yourself? In order to change how we feel, we need to start changing how we think, and this will help us to bring more positivity and more self-love into our lives. Make time for self-care. Do some things that you love and build it into your daily routine. So for some people it might be taking a bath, for others it may be having a massage, for someone else it might be exercising or cooking or listening to music. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, build in more of that into your day-to-day routine. And for some people they may say, right, I don't have time to take care of myself. Well, schedule it in. Buy yourself a diary and schedule it in as if it were any other appointment. And eventually, self-care will become non-negotiable. Set healthier boundaries and begin to say no to things that impact upon your own well-being. If you find it hard to say no, start to say no to things that are smaller and don't make you as anxious, and generally build up your confidence. This helps you to have healthier boundaries and healthier relationships, and this breeds a healthier relationship with yourself, which equals more self-love. Last week, I spoke about our inner circle, and these are the people that you tend to spend the most time with, whether it's energetically or physically or doing practical things for them, or maybe they're just the people that take up the most of your time or energy. Really just evaluate who is surrounding you right now, and are they your biggest supporters or are they your biggest critics? If you're surrounded by critics, it's going to be hard to amp up the levels of self-love. Remember, if you think there are feelings or thoughts or emotions that you want to discuss further, then do seek professional help. Sometimes it does help to talk it out.